so it's Lauren and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be dyeing this 613 unit from TinasheHair into an ash blonde color with darker roots. And I would just like to highlight that I am no expert with dyeing hair. This is actually my first time dyeing a wig, so as I learn, I'm learning as I go basically, so bear with me. And so I'm going to begin by spraying the lace with some Got to Be Glue spray just to ensure that the knots don't get bleached from the dye or anything like that. Okay, so this is the shade that I use for my roots. It's the Weather Color Tango in 6BB, also known as Toasted Hazelnut. I use this to get my roots as dark as I wanted them to be, and at the end you'll see that it kind of turned out okay, but it could have been better. Like, you'll see everything. So I didn't take any specific measurements of how much dye to use. I just used it as I saw fit, and I did need a little bit more, but not a lot. And then the developer I used is obviously not the same brand as the dye, but I didn't think it mattered because developer is developer. It's just a brand. So I mixed those two up, and then as you'll see, I'll apply it to the hair. And I just want you guys to excuse this blue glove that I have on because I'm obsessed with hospital gloves and masks. So whenever I go, I take them, and I wear them when I do stuff like this. So, you know. Okay, so I'm using a toothbrush to actually apply the dye itself because I had seen on this girl's YouTube video that using a toothbrush would leave like a cleaner application and it would prevent or help you prevent like getting dye on your lace and your knots and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, and it worked out fine. So I definitely recommend you using a toothbrush for the edges of your hair. And I did not want the darker color to go like too far into my blonde hair because I basically just needed the root to be dark because I'm new to making wigs. So I wanted to make sure I could have like a cleaner application, like with melting my lace and stuff. And I feel like it would be harder to do that with just like blonde hair. So I needed to have my roots so dark, but I didn't want it to go like too far. So that's why it's on like a small section. And I basically just took this all around the head. And so in the back is where I begin to use the brush itself again because I didn't really care too much about precision. Like, my main focus was making sure I didn't put too much of the dye like too deep or like too far into the hair. But other than that, I just was playing along as I went. Okay, so now that I'm done with the roots, I'm gonna move on to like dyeing the actual hair itself. This color is by the same brand as the roots were, and it is in the shade light blonde. I believe it's like 8N, 811. It'll all be in the description bar. But so I bought 2 of those and I dumped both of them into the dye bottle. And then for the developer, I used the exact same developer as I used before. It's not the same brand, but it really didn't matter to me. So yeah, and then to measure how much developer I used, I basically just poured the developer into the bottle and filled it up, the same bottle that the dye came in, and I just poured that in there because I wanted to have a balance between the two. So yeah. Okay, so after shaking well, I just basically parted the hair any kind of way so that, you know, I can ensure that the dye will touch like every part of the hair. And then I'll just go in crazily like it's an art project and just start, you know, dispersing the color all through the hair. And then I'll like massage it through so that it's like surely there. You don't want to just put it on there and then like assume it's just gonna cover all the hair. Like, no. So you need to make sure that you blend it and, you know, let it marinate in, I suppose. Okay, so at this point, I'm basically done applying the dye. I'm just, you know, putting color places where the color didn't touch, you know, to make sure that it's everywhere. And then there, I am blending the root color with the dye color. I didn't like do it too much because I didn't want them to like combine and make their own color, but I wanted it to be like a seamless transition so it doesn't look like it's like dark and then you smack some light right there and it's like, no, I wanted it to blend together. So that's me doing that. And then so I didn't show you guys that I rinsed it out or how I rinsed it out, but I just basically rinsed it out with some like cool water basically, and I didn't use any of the Shimmer Light shampoo because I didn't want to like mess up the color. I don't know if it would. I kind of should have because the roots are a little copper-y, like right there. I don't know if you can tell, but I just went ahead and blow dried it anyway because it was like whatever. But I don't have a method of like how I blow dry. I don't even know how to blow dry. I just get it to the point where it's dry. I don't care how it's done or how I'm gonna get it dry. I just know I'm gonna get it dry. So there's that. So this is my finished product. I think it came out really well. The color is exactly what I wanted. I'm a little, you know, weirded out about the roots, but it actually turned out really cute, and you guys will see that in another video. So if you want this color or like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and let me know how you feel about it. And overall, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.